In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to throw fewer interceptions in Madden 18. What's up, guys? My name is Cody, and I want to welcome you to today's video. In today's video, it's going to be all about teaching you how to throw fewer interceptions in Madden 18. And if you're new to the channel, I want to encourage you just to do me a favor and watch this entire video start to finish. And then at the end of the video, leave me a comment and let me know what it is that I can help you with in Madden 18. All right, guys. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, how do I stop throwing interceptions? I feel like I can't read the defense. I can't pass. Is essentially what they're saying, and it really comes down to interceptions, right? So for me, I wanted to put a video out today, sharing some of the ways that I um, teach myself, train myself, really coach myself in how to avoid throwing interceptions. All right, so first things first is pre-snap. So you can see my opponent here is in cover two defense. And when people run cover two on me, I like to run the play Z spot from the gun empty bunch. And what I like to do is just put my running back on a streak. And I'm going to hit this guy right here in the back there. Ended up getting some pressure on me, just maybe hurry the throw. But for me, there's a couple reasons why you're going to throw in interceptions. So the first one is a bad read, and that's what we're going to fix here. So it's pre-snap read. So pre-snap read is basically you're going to ask yourself, what are they probably going to do at the snap of the ball? And then you're going to set yourself up for success. So for example, here, this guy is running a 3-4 defense. He's got cover two. He doesn't have a base aligned because that right side linebacker is outside of the box. That means he's not base aligned. So that tells me, all right, it's probably going to be cover two. So what I'm going to do is I think that the play Z spot works really, really well against cover two. So what I do is I'm going to set my play up, and then again, you see he's making some adjustments, but by and large, it's the same basic front. And yep, he's going to run cover two. And his defensive tackles right now are just block shedding like crazy. Looks like that time he ran cover two man. But so you see there, the first kind of component of throwing few interceptions is to know what the defense is doing. And you do that through pre-snap reads and post-snap hypothesis. Now, the way that you kind of identify what the defense is doing post-snap is you have to look at the safeties. And that's kind of a little bit more detail, and I'll have to do a video about just reading the safeties soon. But here he's got backed off coverage. You see his front here. So this tells me I can probably run the play divide wheel and hit this out route to Hill. So, looks like post snap I can't do that. So I'm going to hit my guy, Charkandrick West, in the backside on the cover three there. So it looks like he ran a cover three. So that's kind of the first component, and that is basically asking the question, what is my opponent probably going to do? The second component of throwing few interceptions, before I get to that, I want to encourage you to take a look at my premium membership. If you guys really want to dive into how to be better about reading the defense, I really, really encourage you to just check out my premium membership. That's going to give you everything I know about offense and defense. It's also going to give you an access to a 1-hour update video. And if you guys are premium members, be sure to check your emails for those update videos. All right, so second tip is to basically not the second reason you're going to throw interceptions is because the defense is going to affect your timing of the play. And the way that's going to happen is through pressure. They're going to get pressure on you. So if you remember the first two plays that I ran, the opponent was in the backfield, very good, solid pressure. Okay. The defensive tackles were block shedding. A lot of times you'll face players who know how to set up blitzes and things like that to the outside. And what they're going to do is they're going to essentially try to screw up your timing. If your timing is screwed up, it's really going to affect you as a passing offense. So here's the kind of remedy, so to speak, for that reason, and that is quick throws. That is to have hot reads. And what I mean by that is the if in a bad in just a terrible world you have to check it down, you can't hit your desired route, then you have to have somewhere else to go with the ball. Here he drops into a massive coverage defense, and I throw an interception. That kind of sucks. There I thought I was going to be able to hit R1, and I just wasn't able to do it. And as you can see, that's kind of the third one. I was going to get that in a minute, but let me touch on this one other thing real quick. So the second one is pressure. That's probably the most common. It's probably the hardest one to really combat. And the biggest way to combat it is to throw the ball away, have check downs, have different things like that that you can do and you can go to and you can say basically, I'm okay if I don't complete the pass, I just can't throw the interception. That's where, like on that play, I should have thrown the ball away. I should have ate it. I should have ran it with the quarterback, whatever. But I shouldn't have done is tried to force it. Okay, that's what a lot of people. That's what a lot of times people will do is they'll try to force throws into windows that are too tight. That's what I just did there. The last kind of reason people throw interceptions, from my experience, at least for me, is is they again try to force the throw, but the main reason they try to force the throw is because their read where they wanted to kind of go with the ball is just not open, right? It's just for whatever reason, it's not open, the primary receiver. And what they do is they panic and they'll throw the ball anyways and they'll force it and it'll be an interception. How do you fix that? Well, the biggest thing that I can tell you is number one, keep your playbook simple, because if you keep your playbook simple, you're going to know, what receivers do what on every single play. You're going to know where to look. The other reason, though, and the other thing that I want to encourage you to do is to simply focus in on the play at hand, and not worry so much about trying to hit your number one route. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make is they focus in on just one receiver and they don't really go through their progressions. They kind of think they are, but they're not really doing it. And like on Z spot, I chuck the flat, and then I go to the middle, then I go to the right. I have a progression, and this is something that I think a lot of people really could do them some good to kind of really look into it, because you need to even have a basic mental clock that tells you, okay, this route should be open at this time, this route should be open at this time, this route should be open at this time, and then I should probably run the ball at this time. And it's all timed out to where if you really, really get serious about it, your offense is really going to take off. So, anyways, just to recap for you, here's the three basic assumptions or things that I can tell you are reasons that people throw interceptions. The first reason that people throw interceptions is they make a bad read. And the way to prevent that is to kind of have a pre-snap hypothesis and a post-snap analysis. And if you can do those two things, then just you're going to be good. So you want to be asking yourself at the every single play, what is the defense probably going to do? Like what are they showing me? What are the things that I can really count on? They're probably going to run cover two, or they're going to run this or that or that or whatever, right? You ask yourself that question. The second question that you got to do, or the second reason people are going to throw interceptions, is because they're going to be hurried in their passing. They're either going to, there's either going to be a coverage breakdown, or there's going to be a pass protection breakdown, and they're going to force the pass. And what I want to tell you there is to be able to encourage you a little bit here, and just remind you that the key to really doing this and dealing with this is to have hot reads, have routes that get open against the blitz, especially against zone blitzes, because that's the most popular style of blitzing that they're going to use, right? So make sure that you have routes on your play that beat zone blitzes. And then the third thing and the final thing is when people just, there's a coverage, they end up forcing throws. For whatever reason, they just force throws. And for that, I'm telling you, make sure you have a progressional system and make sure you keep your playbook simple, so that in the event that there's a coverage breakdown or whatever, you know exactly where it's going to go every single time. Have a system in place, a routine, something you can do with every single play that you call, that you know what happens when it breaks down, because inevitably there will be play breakdowns, it will happen. And this is what I thought Joe Montana was probably the best out of any quarterback at being able to make something out of nothing, being able to turn a play from a negative play into a positive play. And that's what the great players do. So anyways, guys, I want to encourage you, though, that if you're really looking to improve your offensive game, to check out my premium membership. That's going to give you access to 6 guides over the course of the season. Right now, there are 2 out, and there are 4 on the way. Throughout the course of the season, they're going to launch. And you're also going to get access to a 1-hour update video about every week that's going to basically give you, what am I doing now? What is my strategy now? What is the update? and we're going to do that for you. So you can check all that out in the description. And a reminder for those of you guys that are new, if you're new, be sure to leave a comment. I want to thank you for checking out the channel, and let me know in the comments, number one, what is your name, just because I want to meet you. Look forward to talking with you down there. And then secondly, what is something that I can do that's really going to help you get better in Madden 18? What is some content